I'm Michael Mixon, and right now I'm at the Fruit and Spice Park in Homestead, Florida. My third stop on the road to the American Royal, the World Series of Barbecue. The crew and I have just traveled over here from the Lone Star State of Texas, where we learned about what goes into raising quality beef and what to look for when selecting the best cut of beef brisket. Now, most people might think quality cut of brisket is all you need, but not us. I'm gonna take the flavor of that meat to a whole nother level, and that's why I've come here. This place here is a flavor paradise. Hey there, Michael Mixon.
Hey, Michael. Jim Stribling, park manager. Hear you're interested in our fruits and spices.
They're flavors, actually. Here's the deal, Jim. I'm taking a road trip to the American Royal, and me and Cabo Tequila, we're gonna throw a kick-ass backyard barbecue party. I'm wanting to take the bold flavors of traditional barbecue and put a unique Latin twist on it.
We've got some of the most unique, one-of-a-kind flavors in the whole world right here in this park. Let's start by taking a ride. We need a park tour ASAP. Bring the rig around. So here in the park, we are subtropical, really the only place in the continental United States that you can grow these things. So we have chocolate and vanilla and pepper and allspice and tamarind and all these things growing right here.
This is awesome, man. Holy sh**.
You said you wanted to add a unique Latin twist to traditional barbecue. You know what you're looking for?
Jim, I got some ideas. There's some traditional thinking when it comes to a brisket that no injection, no marinating, nothing. Just rub on the smoker the natural flavor of the beef and the smoke itself. And I respect that method, but I plan on doing things a little bit different. A good brisket's hard to make. It needs some moisture to keep it from drying out. And since I want a juicy brisket without covering up the flavor, I need a marinade. And with that Cabo Wabo tequila in that marinade, it'll really complement that brisket extremely well.
These are called kikis. And you just pop them in. So this is lemongrass. And what I do at home, I'll sharpen them up, skewer some chicken, and put it on the grill.
Really?
So here at the Fruit and Spice Park, we grow more than 170 different varieties of mango. Yeah, they're packed with natural sugar, and they're common in all tropical cuisines around the world.
Well, if I were to grill this, the sugars were caramelized, and it would be awesome on top of the beef brisket. But being that it's pretty delicate, I don't know how it'd hold up on the grill. You got anything a little firmer?
So some of our varieties, they start to sweeten up before they're fully ripe. Put them on the grill, they'll stand up to the heat. The sugars are still caramelized. That's the benefit of having 170 options.
I love options, brother. When it comes to a seasoning rub on my brisket, I'm using the basics. I need something with a pop.
All right, try this Bixa right here. It's got a subtle aroma and flavor, real great color to the meat, native to Central America.
It's different, I like that.
And if you're looking for something with a real kick, try that one right there.
Damn, that's hot. What is that?
Habanero pepper flakes.
That's hot in a good way, I like that.
You said you wanted bold flavor.
I think we hit our mark. Now, if we put some of that and a little bit of that Bixa in the rub, on top of that tequila marinade and the sweetness of the mangoes, I think we just struck gold, brother. Well, after all this work and finding the right spice, I think a celebration's in order. How about we slice up some of these mangoes and have a little happy hour?
I could use some unwinding.
I got just the thing. And I even brought my mixing tool. Nothing's more refreshing than a margarita on a hot day like this, but I'd figure I'd add a little twist on a local favorite, which is why I'm using Cabo Wabo Reposado. It has hints of citrus that lingers after each sip. To complement those flavors, I added a little chili powder in the salt ring and pureed some of those mangoes we tasted earlier. I call it the Spicy Mango Cabrita. Cheers. Jim and the crew here at Redland Fruit and Spice Park really know their stuff. They show me all sorts of different exotic flavors. What I learned today is that you can push the boundaries of flavor without ruining the natural taste of the meat. The Bixa spice and habanero pepper flakes definitely brought the heat and flavor. And to balance it out, I'll be using a grilled mango sauce on top. By adding sweet and spicy to the savory flavors of your brisket, you might just become known as a local backyard barbecue king. There ain't nothing more thick cut than being one of a kind.